So I'm like, I saw these people in Cairo wearing masks. I'm seeing them again in Dubai, now wearing masks. And I'm beginning to see Dubai. On that plane, they asked us to fill out details, whether you've had a fever, So I'm like, what's going on? Yeah.
So that's such a blessing. So, okay, 2018, you go back.
Yes,
December,
we go back.
Just before COVID.
Just before COVID. So 2019, January, we're back. And wow, I'm so used to the support system.
Oh.
My mom, my sister in love. I've had people to help me with the toddlers.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, what? It is just back to me and my cookie. Hubby's there, but hubby's traveling for work.
Yes.
Where? Now I started wanting to come back to Kenya.
Wow.
Because I could feel the tangible difference of having that backing and support system where you can say, okay, kids are going to moms. Kids are going to my sister-in-law, Carol. Kids are with my sister, Grace. There's that. So fast forward, 2019 is a good year. We're still capital raising, but we start beginning to experience a bit of challenges from an investor perspective. Things are not moving. So investors are beginning to slow down for some reason. I think it was the global macroeconomic environment at that time. That was just before COVID. But then actively, we're looking at Egypt. So I'm traveling again, back and forth. We're looking at some key assets in Egypt. So between Johnny and I, and Johnny was he allowed me to also to continue to experience that, see he's the CEO. This is ideally what he should be doing, but he's saying you're the chief investment officer of the company. You need to go and see the assets that we want to buy. You need to go and actually see, so that even as you're pitching them to international investors, you're pitching from a place of understanding.
Yep.
Someone else would have said, I'm the CEO.
I'm doing this.
I'm going to do this. Literally. Yeah. So I'm grateful for that opportunity. Thank you, Johnny, for partnership, really. Thank you so much. And for allowing me to thrive. Yeah. So 2019, December, COVID begins. Now we can hear about COVID here and there. 2020, again, I'm in Egypt. But now, as I'm in Egypt, it's the end of, February. My hubby, Alex, comes to Kenya and he starts a project in our farm in Makueni. And he just said, I feel like I need to do it now. Now. I'm like, Yeah, I just feel like I need to do it now. So he comes, he spends, I think, 3 weeks in Kenya. We dig a borehole and we start working on our land there, fencing a few things around that time. That is really under his leadership. Me, Tuni, I'm just watching and praying. So we're in February 2020. I go to Egypt, and that's when it clicked. There's something wrong globally. Because I was in this plane A380, the one with 2 levels.
Yes.
And as I'm leaving the plane, I can see a lot of Chinese people. They are wearing masks left, right, and center. I'm like, okay, there's something. And as we get into the airport in Cairo, temperature things, I'm like, what's going on? We are hearing about COVID. And remember, because we're in Middle East and because of my husband's career flying for Emirates, there's a lot that's happening in the Asian from a bird flu perspective that we've had before. So I'm like, isn't this just the normal flu? And bird flu was a big thing. They would cancel flights to China. It was really big. We really never got to understand or comprehend what all these flus were all about. So in Cairo, I start feeling there's something wrong in my spirit. I come back, and shortly again, I come to Kenya. We had our dad's party, our spiritual authority party and a church conference. So Alex and I come, we go, I leave him here for a week, I go back. In the minute when we're in Kenya, we start receiving alerts from our son's nursery that beginning next week, The government has said children under 5 should not go to school.
What?
Because of Corona. So we're like, okay. But now when I go back to Dubai, now all these things I saw in Cairo,
You're seeing them.
I'm seeing in Dubai. But then because of the magnitude of the Dubai airport, if there's a place that has refined and created value for you to go to, is Dubai. There are many people, a lot of Chinese people in the airport, and they're all wearing masks. So I'm like, I saw these people in Cairo wearing masks. I'm seeing them again in Dubai, now wearing masks. And I'm beginning to see Dubai. On that plane, they asked us to fill out details, whether you've had a fever, So I'm like, what's going on? I get home. That was on Saturday early morning. My kids are sick.
What?
My son, Pius, was transiting. I think he'd left me in Nairobi. He'd gone to Switzerland. He'd done a European trip.
Yeah.
So he passes through Dubai. He's like, my sister, I'll pass by and see you guys kidogo. That seeing you guys kidogo, we ended up in hospital. Because now my son is sick. Sick.
What?
Yeah. Anyway, fast forward, Alex comes. He does a flight to London. And when he came back, he told me, I think that's my last flight. And there was officially a lockdown. You think Kenya, there was a lockdown? The lockdown in Dubai, you could breathe the air of fear. It was a lockdown. At 6 p.m., our phones would get an alert. And the alert will go like, beep, beep, beep. It means go inside. Because now they needed to clean the streets.
Yeah.
The level of corona there, people were dying in thousands.
What?
It was bad.
So your son, did he get COVID?
At that time, we were all sick. We had like a flu. We don't name it, we are believers. Don't give things power.
We just call it like a flu.
We had like a flu, right. But it was like a funny flu. Yes. But we all felt fine in a few days.
Yeah.
But then there was this bad headache. There was just something. But
like a flu.
We never tested positive.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? So it would be just now you're at home.
Now we are at home. But then when I came back, I think it was a week before now the lockdown, my boss tells me, Mercy, remember I told you can work from home. I don't need to see you in the office. You have young kids. There's this thing that's going around. You might pick something and take home just for the sake. See how Johnny was cool. So he allowed me to work from home because I had young children. So I just worked from home, and I didn't know that this working from home was now working from home. Yeah, but then the level of the lockdown there was so serious. It was so serious that you were allowed one family member to go out to get supplies. You had to apply. There was a process. And then the supplies, you have to go and get it in your shop. So if you live here in Karen, you shouldn't be your car, because tracking,
Yes.
Your car should not be seen in Lavington. You go here to Waterfront Mall.
And you come back.
And then also there was a special kind of approval for, what were they calling it? I think necessary services. People in manufacturing, like food production, those ones that were critical services.
Yes.
So hospital staff, those ones were allowed, so their plates were tagged. But if you don't have that permit, because of the radar system, the police won't have to follow up on you because of overspeeding. You will get a fine. As you just drive, they'll be able to read your plates, and the plate is linked to Mercy.
Yes.
And Mercy is not a critical service employee. Fined. And nobody will look for you. When you go to renew, hapo mbele mtakutana. You meet ahead. So it was, COVID was such a scary time.
What did that do from a business perspective? Because now investors must be holding onto their money.
Absolutely. So at that time, then our shareholders were now cognizant that we needed to slow down the operations in Dubai. Nairobi school had picked up the employees. So they just said, let's transition the business from active management with the team in Dubai to, so the Dubai office was shut, essentially.
So were you working?
We were working up until the point where the Dubai office was shut. So we all lost our jobs, the Dubai staff.
For real?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, why are you throwing us curveballs?
Do you know, it's like I had forgotten.
What? You know, I'm waiting for you to say shut, then no, then after that.
No. Shut.
So you lost your job? Okay.
I lost my job.
I didn't, to be honest, you know, you shock me with
Yeah,
your stories.
I know what I mean with that.
Like
That one I had.
I said, just me, why did you see that coming? You know, she gave
Sorry for pulling another one again.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, what that must have been then.
Hey, that was, woo. Because also Emirates began restructuring.
Yes.
Significantly.
Yes.
Emirates was significantly impacted.
I have a friend who was transitioning from Zimbabwe to go and start at Emirates and passing through Kenya.
Yeah.
And they stayed in Kenya for 3 months.
What?
Thank God they ended up start going.
Yeah.
But at that time they told, hey, no, you just go back to Dubs. I mean, go back to Zimbabwe where you had come.
Yeah.
So I'm understanding what it is that you're saying. That's insane.
Yeah. So 2020 was another
insane
year.
That's insane. So COVID affected you from a working perspective.
Yes, me and Alex, both of us.
Oh my God. I was joking 1 minute when I was talking about the salary.
Yeah.
But suddenly, all the financial income gone.
Yes. And suddenly, Dubai is home. You have 3 months to exit from this place where I had spent, 12, 13 years? Alex, 15 years.
What?